gentlemen, welcome to the show. Welcome to Straps, Backpacks, and Pussy. Let's go. Good morning, good night, whatever. You came here to keep it a buck with the LGBTQ++. Cut the music. I'm podcasting over here. What's going on, guys? This is DJ Collabo. I am your host today for Straps, Backpacks, and Pussy. And if you don't know what that means, by the end of this podcast, I guarantee you will. I have a special guest today whose name is Eva, aka Ava. She is one of my best friends from forever, and we're gonna talk about a few things. And this is an LGBTQ plus based podcast, but it is for everyone, and we're hoping to help people communicate better and understand this community better. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce my guest today.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. It's good to be here. I'm excited.
Awesome. And do you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
My name is Eva. I'm your best friend for years. Mm-hmm. And I think that's all I want to say. Mm-hmm. They'll get to know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, she is a little bit nervous right now, but that's okay because who isn't, right?
Oh, God, yeah. And it's also my first time, guys. I also do not have a TikTok, please.
She doesn't have any socials like that as far as going live. She has never gone live. She has never done anything like this. So let's just get into the questions.
Okay.
The first question is, when did you know that you were into women and not just specifically men?
Ooh. At a young age. I was so young. I was like 5 or 6. I love women. Like, I just love the way they look and their body. I don't know. I just always was like more attracted to women. They always comforted me more. I don't know.
Okay. And so you were just more sexually attracted to the female body.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Trust me, I get it.
What about you?
Oh my God, my first experience of love at first sight was my kindergarten teacher.
My God.
Her name was Mrs. Vera Wett. I'll never forget her.
Oh, you remember the name?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
That was the love of my life, low key.
Oh, okay.
So, she was so nice to me, but I would always notice her, and I probably was I was in kindergarten, and I just would look at her and I would just be so mesmerized with her. And I literally, every time I saw her, I would just love her more and more.
Oh my God.
And I think it was the fact that she was just so nice to me. Mm-hmm. And she just showed me a lot of love, kind of, when I really wasn't getting that at home, I guess.
I kind of get that because, in PR, I used to watch this novela, right? Mm-hmm. And there was it was like a Cinderella novela. She was very poor and stuff, but she was beautiful. Mm. And I was always so attracted to her. My mom would be looking at the guy and I'd be like, girl, that woman is beautiful. She used to have long brown hair. Oh my God, in the novelas. That's probably, yeah, I feel that.
Right.
Yeah.
You get that feeling.
I know, wow, she's beautiful. Wow.
And nobody explains what that feeling is. It just happens.
Correct. I'm the Spanish culture girl. My mom was like, oh, you're going to marry a man.
Really?
They're going to take you away and you're going to be happy and they're going to take care of you. Girl. I was like, I don't want to go with anybody. I don't want to go with a man. Ew.
Yeah, but you know what? It is what it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Look at you now.
You're really religious, too.
That's what happened with her, and that's what happened with me. And so ever since then, I always kind of had a thing for females. And I never was really ever interested in guys. And, still to this day, I'm the same way. So that was my first experience coming across those type of feelings.
I mean, yeah, but I could say a guy is pretty though. I feel like guys have beautiful faces and they're handsome too. So that's why I kind of explored when I was young. I kind of
for sure
bounced, but little boyfriends and stuff. Even though I've been gay since 13, on girls, but
right.
But boys, I always thought they were cute. If they had long hair too, because they reminded me of a girl or something. Maybe that. Yeah. I don't know.
No, I feel you.
You never thought a guy was cute or pretty? Or...
I'm not saying that. As I have gotten older, I've realized something. I feel like when you're younger, especially as a stud, a baby stud,
right?
you are made to believe you have to be so masculine. And as I get older and as I've aged, I really don't give a fuck. I don't care no more. So
Right.
like I can look at a guy and say, oh, he's cute. You know what I'm saying? And like be okay with it because I'm comfortable within my sexuality now.
Correct.
When I was younger, I was not.
Right.
Because people weren't doing that. They were just like, oh, no, I don't, you know, I would never even think a guy is cute. I was very young. Now I'm older. I don't.
You were hard when you were young. You were so hard.
I was definitely just
so funny.
A baby stud,
Yeah.
And I just thought it was just the only way. And now that I'm older,
one of the first studs I think I've ever seen too. Like, in real life. Like,
in real life, yeah. Mind you, I didn't even know I was a stud. I thought I was just a tomboy who, like, you know, I like bitches.
I think you were the only one in our school.
Yeah, probably for a long time.
Our other friend, right? Roxanne was in there for a little bit.
When she came from New York,
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like, I think you were the only one.
For the most part, yeah. Not for nothing. I was hot shit in high school. Like, I was that bitch, yo. Like, I was that bitch. Like, if somebody was fucking with somebody, they was fucking with me. Okay?
Oh my God.
But like, I've grown out of that. You know what I'm saying? I've always been, you know, now I'm a loyal person and whatnot. Yeah. But I feel like when you're younger, a lot of times, especially
in that time era,
that era, like you couldn't be
early 2000s,
like gay kids, and then like
we were some bad
we were fucking
kids. We were some badass kids. I don't care what no one say. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. We're great now, though.
Oh no, yeah.
We're great now.
Definitely.
You know, we got our shit together for the most part.
Hell yeah.
But it's just one of those things. Like now, I can look at a man and be like, oh, he's attractive.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
And that's kind of where it stays for me. But like, course. You know, whatever. But back then, I would never. It was like taboo.
Oh, yeah.
I would never. But
and then like, well, because I was a femme, so like everybody thought that I was just doing everything.
Yeah. So
you know, it's just weird.
Yeah, it wasn't like a weird thing for you. You know what I mean? But now that we're older, you know, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. And I want to go to the next question, and the next question is, what was your first like sexual experience with the same sex?
Ooh.
If you mind letting us know.
Like, what was the first time? Or
your first time that you experienced any sort of sexual contact with another woman.
It was for my birthday.
What? Okay.
It was for my birthday. Let's just say that. I won't say the age, but it was for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cute. She like brought me into the room. She put flowers on like the floor.
Mm-hmm.
She did this like thing on the floor with like the blankets and the pillows, the roses.
Okay.
She had the music was playing. The music was playing. The R&B was going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I'm serious. And then I was so nervous. I remember like, girl, because you know you're a woman, so like you already know we gotta shave, we gotta do everything. You know, I was so nervous, but I knew it was gonna happen, girl. I knew it was gonna happen. You know when you just get the feeling, oof. And I was a little smaller back then. Oh my God,
we all were.
But yeah, it was on my birthday, and she did all that with the flowers, the candles, the music, and we just started talking, and we talked for maybe like 3 hours just talking, getting to know each other, and then it just one thing led to another.
And for your first experience, because I know in like a heterosexual relationship or a lot of times that first experience is terrible.
Terrible.
Right. As far as women go, how was that for you, your first time?
It was amazing. Okay. It was like the most comfortable, like I just knew, like, you know, like you just know, like this is what it's meant to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, like this is what, okay, you know, like this is, I know this. Okay. This is what I know. Mm-hmm. Oh God, it's so comfortable too, like, woof. Oh my gosh. And then like because, like, you know, I was hella nervous. So, like, with the sign of relief that I do know what I'm doing. And, oh, my God, it was great.
Okay. So you didn't feel pressured?
No, definitely not pressured, girl. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. I was like, it's been taking too long. Oh, I need to stop banging on too. It's going too long. I'll take you back there. I'm telling you. Ooh, it gets me hot. Anyways. But No, it was so cute too, and I was so glad that was my experience in that because let me tell you, I've tried the hetero thing, okay, and that shit was the worst experience. It was the worst experience of my life. I mean, I don't. You know, you're young and you think like, you know, that needs to happen and stuff like that. Even though, thank God, I wasn't very, very young. I was like late teens, you know? Okay. Even though that's probably still a lot young to me. But anyways, when it did happen, it was like, you think it's going to be like this magical thing. Like what I did have with that woman. Like I swear to God, I thought I was going to be flowers and roses and candlelight and R&B music. And it was nothing like that. And it lasted maybe a second. And then it was over.
Damn.
Yeah. Maybe a second. If that, like 3 pumps, quit a hitter. That's it.
Well, it sounds like that the person that you were dealing with in that aspect was brand new to it too. Like they didn't know what they were doing.
Maybe they were young too, yeah.
And I mean, I think that's just how it goes. Yeah. You know, when you're young, you don't know what the hell you're doing.
That's true. But it was horrible. But with the woman, it was like, it was like great. It's
like totally it just fit you.
Like that's what I dreamt of in my head, and it happened. Gotcha. It was great.
I do hear that a lot. And not only that, I feel like
I think we pay more attention to detail.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
More attention to detail, more tender touch. Like
know what we like.
Yeah, that's another fact too.
Like, you know,
that's another fact too.
Girl. Ugh.
But I mean, I think that's great. Now, moving forward, do you think you will ever be in a heterosexual relationship again in your life?
Not. Oh, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Once I did that thing with the girl, it was over from there. It was
okay.
It was. I've had experiences like before, but not like sexually. You know, you get a little make out or whatever, a little touch and feel, but never like all the way. Nah, like, you know.
Okay.
That was different.
We were just talking about how there's a lot of users and abusers in the community. And that shit is whack. And the fact that a lot of people don't have things, you know, because like she said, there's people who, they don't got cars, they don't got jobs, they don't have money, they don't have morals, they don't have
that's respect. Right, because like money, that's last, like morals, that's first. Like, you know what I mean? At least morals. And if you say you truly care for somebody or why are you, I don't know. I think it's weird that people lie about that because like you're not going to make me say that I like you or I'm in love with you to get stuff out of you. That is the weirdest thing.
People
like,
do it all the time.
Girl, go to work. What did Kim Kardashian say? Girl, get up, go to work. Get up and go to work. You know, it doesn't matter. $10 an hour, whatever. Just as long as you feel good about it, you doing your thing, you know, you holding yourself down. Who cares what it is? You know,
that's a fact.
You know, I don't like that class thing too. Like, oh, I'm making more money than you, whatever. Nah, I'm always, you know, I'm humble. You know, like I chill with whoever. You know, just as long as you break bread with me, you cool. Like, you know,
hell yeah.
Like that's it. You know, like I don't know. But that using shit, I don't fuck with it. I can't. And then
I feel that
for years.
You were dealing with that for a long time.
Yeah, it was. It was. It's just too much. And then like the thing is because like it was very toxic. So in that toxicity, I thought that I was like in love with. Well, I was in love, but with a certain picture of what they were painting me. You know what I mean? And it was like, for years, it was like, okay, and they would like, you know, have a job and, you know, take care of me. They did do that for, you know, a couple of years. I did that as well. You know, we both did that for each other. That's why I felt like, you know, it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. It's kind of like a marriage. Right. It was a marriage because we took care of each other. When one was down, the other one picked itself up. You know what I mean? And that switched for a while. But then there was like a stop in that. And then there was like a backtrack of like, okay, well, I don't have this and I'm not doing this. Well, it's other things involved, you know, like, you know, your culture or whatever, you know, there's other things that people do when we were young and stuff. And some people grow out of that and some people stay there. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a fact.
We were young, you know, that was the time like, you know, Jack and Jill's, going to drink, and, you know, bar nights or whatever, you know. Part of it is, it comes to a certain point where like, okay, like, that's enough. I could do that on the weekends. I could do that, you know, I need to work now and evolve and
level
stuff
up.
like that. Yeah, and sometimes when you do that, the other person doesn't. And
But what do you do in that aspect, right? When that happens, when you're with somebody and you've invested a lot of time in that person, you're ready to level up. So you start making the steps that you need to make to level up, but they don't want to level up with you. Do you leave that person behind or do you carry them?
you see, I did that for a while, was carried.
And where did that kind of get you?
And then it didn't get me anyway, which is why I had to leave. Like, eventually I was just like, I cannot stay here and do this to myself anymore. Because at first I was thinking about us. Like, I have to do this for us. I have to hold this for us on my back and, do what I got to do, for
But what
both of
made
us.
you feel that
And it
way?
was like, what do you mean?
Like, why did you feel like you had to do it for y'all?
Oh, because I loved her and I loved us and I loved, that was
holding her
my
down, holding her down.
fiance. Yeah, that was my fiance. And, my head was ready to, be married, committed to somebody for the rest of my life because I'm loyal. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. I mean,
Right.
I know if there's people out there who do other things, hey, that's your life. You know what I mean? But, no, over here, I'm loyal and I don't like to, like that whole cheating shit. I cannot lie. Sis. Like,
Right.
I cannot lie to save my breath. But, that's what made me do it because I was committed and involved and I saw that as well from her, you know what I mean?
Right.
For a long time.
It wasn't
But
a
then
one-way street, right?
Correct. And then it was like, okay, now this is changing. And then it was like,
What
it
now?
got bad. Yeah, it got really bad at that.
Yeah, but
It got bad. And I just couldn't do it for myself anymore, like I was saying. I couldn't do it for myself anymore because I did it for us so long. And then I just kept feeling like I was getting slapped in the face by everything. So then I was just like, you know what? No, I got to do this for me. Because if I don't help me, how can I help her? Or how can I, you know what I mean? Carry us. Because I'm not, I'm drowning. And she's taking me with her.
right.
So it's like, I can't do that. Let me step back. Let me see what... And, I did. I stepped back for a little bit. And then I was like, this is not just for me. This is for both of us. Maybe we could move on, blah, blah, blah. But I guess she got hurt by that and was like, and did her thing. It was like, no, I'm not getting back with you. This is it. And I was like, okay, so this is it. So then I got my shit together, girl. I had to.
You had to do what you had to do for you.
Yeah, exactly.
For you. Mm-hmm. And now that you've done that, your life is significantly better.
Absolutely.
And, you're loving life.
You got to go through the struggle, man. You have to go through the struggle. It was a struggle for a long time. And, now that I'm, like with someone and I'm talking to someone, of course, that's a bonus. But, like, I did that shit on my own, like, went through the struggle, cried, you got them late night cries, like, shit, you got, I live by myself. Like, I gotta pay my own shit, do my own shit, you know what I mean? Like,
that independence is key.
You feel me?
That independence is key.
I mean, I'm still that way. I still do the shit on my, for myself, but... it definitely is a bonus that I have someone,
Yeah,
but,
it definitely is a bonus, but
that's not what I was intended at. I was intended to just keep going by myself and keep doing this by myself. And
right, and I do understand that, and I do get that, and I think that's great. And as you know, we all love the person that you're talking to.
Oh, yeah.
But what somebody said, are we related at all? No, we're not related.
Oh, no.
We're just we're best
we
friends.
sisters from other misters. We've been sisters for a long time. We've known each other for years.
For years
so
and
we
years.
might as well be.
Yeah.
Well, like more than half our lives.
More than half our lives.
More than half our lives.
More than
yeah.
half our lives.
I was
know
like
each
13
other.
when I met you. So it's like,
Yeah.
I sure was.
We used to be wilding the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh God.
I don't even want to put that out there for real because I don't want, if there's any young people listening to this.
Oh yes.
Don't do what we did. But
yeah,
it was a good
stay in
ass
school.
time.
I mean, we stayed in school
in
too.
school,
but that's what you gotta do. Keep going.
So.
But I feel like these kids these days,
Oh yeah, it's wild out here. The kids these days, it's wild out here. But
no, some other one, some more than others. But also,
at the end of the day, what advice do you have for somebody who was in a position like you were in, where they were carrying their relationship, and they're in the middle of it, like they're in the thick of it right now. So, but they know they need to let go because they're drowning. What motivated you to say, you know what, I'm out of here and I gotta do me?
You know what it is because I knew it was toxic.
Okay.
Like you have to see the toxicity. You know what I mean? I think you have to really, really see it, and then have pride in yourself. You know what I mean? Like, nah, that shit is not more important than me. You know what I mean? Like, that toxicity shit is not more important than me.
So you're saying be selfish?
Yeah. Also, nah.
You have to. You have to be selfish at some point in your life.
If somebody keeps kicking you down, or not even, I wouldn't say kicking you down. If you don't have the same connection with the person anymore, I could say that, because the connection wasn't there anymore.
Right.
It was already. It wasn't the same as before. You know this. You know. Like, if you're in love with somebody, I spent almost 9 years with this person, so. That's almost a decade. You know, it's a, how do you say, it's a lifetime. It's a little, you know,
pretty much,
for now, it's not a lifetime. I could say, like, it's a part of your life. It's a long time of your life with someone, sharing everything. And when that connection is just done.
Yep.
You know, and in that moment, you always have to pick yourself. Like, pick yourself and just run.
Know your worth. That's what Amy says.
Yes, know your worth. Know your worth. Absolutely. Know your worth. But, that is rock bottom, and there's nothing else but going up from there. You know what I mean? And also, that. Like, well, because that person was still someone in my life as I moved on.
Which is very difficult.
Yeah, that was very hard, too, to have, still connection with there too. And you love that person, so you don't want to hurt them, and you don't want to let go as soon as you want to, I was still in love, I could say, but that's because just the toxicity and how the relationship went,
it's called trauma bonded.
Oh, maybe that's
what it's called. It's called trauma bonded. When you go through terrible things with somebody continuously,
correct,
you confuse trauma bonded for love, and that's not what it is.
I think that's what
you're actually being malicious
like,
to
wow.
yourself.
Like,
right.
It really was like, I was
it's
like,
trauma
wow.
bonded. It's hard to get out of a trauma bond.
It really is.
It's hard.
Especially if, girl, it's the tea is, y'all, we lived like in the same building, like upstairs and downstairs. Like, that's the tea, y'all. That's the tea. So it's really hard doing that too, to keep your life separated from theirs.
Very difficult.
They do their thing. You see them do their things with, you at the window listening or whatever. They be doing that shit too. Don't let them play you, okay? Like,
looking at them on the cameras and shit.
You feel me? Like, you get, but because hello, I was wife. Fuck out of here. I had a ring, okay, but I was wife. Don't get it twisted, okay? Right. Like, in my relationship, bitch, I know who I am, all right? But yeah, it's very hard, but still, like, I picked myself, and I think at the end of the day, that's what happened. I picked myself, and I was like, no, you can't do this. Even if you want to get back with her, you can't do this without evolving yourself, and seeing what you could do on your own, and you have to see what you could do on your own, because then you know what you could do with someone, and see if you could make it better and greater,
And how do you feel you're doing now?
I feel like I'm doing great. I feel like I'm not at my highest potential, but I feel like I could get there. I need, like, I'm still hungry.
Okay.
I'm still hungry. And
I still want to go out there and get it and work and be where you want to be. Yeah.
Adventure and shit like that. Yeah.
I feel that.
That's where I'm at. I'm in this.
Thank you for sharing the live, Dee Dee.
Oh, thank you.
For sure. I commend that, and I feel you. And I have been in terrible relationships myself, as you guys know. And my biggest thing is this.
How do you get... Wait, because you're different than me. See, I had a very long time. Like, I took 2 years in order to even just...
Heal.
And see that I'm, like, I'm doing good. Because even though I did all these things, I evolved. I got my own apartment, my own car, my own... I evolved. I did these things. I wasn't proud of myself yet. I wasn't proud of myself yet until, like, I truly saw, like, damn, I'm doing this on my own. And then I saw... It kind of helped me see what they were doing and how they were still on the same page.
Right.
And I was like, wow, I know I made a good choice. And that was a benefit, too, of, like,
You did make a good choice, and I will say that.
But how, because B is different. She is savage.
Listen, I don't want to say I'm a savage.
She is a savage.
I don't want to say I'm a savage. All I want to say is this, okay? All I want to say is this. I do not hold on to people. People are not valuable to me, and I know that sounds terrible. people are not valuable to me in the way that they would be valuable to someone else. Everybody is replaceable, and
oh, girl, you sound like a corporate.
That's listen. I'm a Sagittarius, okay?
Yes, very Sag energy, honey. Very Sag energy.
I don't want to say I want to replace everybody. No, that's not what I'm saying. But when your time is up and you have worn out your welcome and you start acting up, I'm on to the next one. And that's just my life. That's been my life, my whole life. Really and that's it. Ugh. So I mean, that's all I can really say about that.
I'm a Libra shorty, so like I gotta play fair. I don't know.
It is what it is. Her as you say a Libra?
I mean, she don't do that. It could be a Libra thing. I don't know if it could be a Libra thing, but it's just a me thing, I guess. It took a while. It was my first big relationship, and I was on it for a long, long time. You've been in a couple of those.
Yes, I've been in a couple of those long-term relationships.
Yeah. But you've been like, you see, that was my first one. You gotta give
I know. I gotta give it to you. But long story short, guys, what I want you to get out of this episode is obviously this is bestie talk. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you guys for tuning in. And not only that, we hope you come back for the next episode. Eva, thank you so much for coming to the podcast.
You're welcome. I hope I can come back.
You absolutely will be coming back. It has been wonderful, and we love you.
Thank you so much.
Stay safe out there.
Yes.
Get a little nasty if you have to.
Whoop, whoop.
And just fucking live your life, whatever. Yep. Okay? Anything you want to say to the podcast before we dip out?
Nah, thank you for having me.
No problem.
Until next time.
We'll see you guys next time.